Are you ready to be entertained? Then let's go!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect. Do I look fine?
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the...
Welcome back, y'all. We are getting into a smash or pass movie. This is Captain America, A Brave New World. I don't know why I had that accent when I was doing that, but that's what I gave you guys. I hope you liked it. So I haven't seen a Marvel movie in years. I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, or if there was another movie after that, didn't see it. I think I disconnected with Marvel for a while now, with the Kang storyline, which I thought was going to be very interesting, but I completely lost it. I just didn't care. And then when I started seeing, like, I think I've seen one episode of that Miss Marvel TV show, and I was not entertained. So I was not one of these reactions, entertained. So I just stopped watching that as well. So I did see trailers of this movie, and it did look really good. And Harrison Ford is in this movie, and he's literally a legend. So, and he's one of my favorite actors, like, ever. So I'm giving this movie a chance. I hope I do like it. I hope that Marvel soon will go back to its origins, how they were giving us such great movies back to back to back. I remember a time when I was watching Marvel and I was so excited to get into like a TV show or to get another movie. Like, I would do countdowns. I would have my calendar marked. That's how excited I used to be for Marvel. So I swear, this is no lie. I even went to the theaters, and I don't really go to theaters often. I generally wait till I can like purchase whatever the movie is that I want to watch. But for Marvel, I went to the movies. Like, Marvel and Star Wars was my go-to, and I don't even really like Star Wars anymore, but now that Kathleen Kennedy is gone, side note to a side note, maybe it'll get better again. So let's get into this, y'all. I'm hoping that this is a good movie. It's actually not rated that high, and it went into the movie theaters, and I heard about it leaving the theaters very quickly, and I don't know why. I feel like it did get mixed reviews. None of my friends actually, if they did see it, they never told me that they saw it. Actually, I think I know one person that was going to go watch it. They mentioned they were going to go watch it, and then they never told me anything about it otherwise. So I'm not sure if they went and they saw it and they didn't like it, or they went and saw it and they were bored. I'm feeling like if they did go see it, they were just bored and they didn't tell me anything about it, because if they hated it, they would have told me. If they loved it, they would have told me. So I'm going to go into this blind-eyed. I didn't really read a lot of reviews. I did see a couple that came up. So I'm excited to go into this blind. I saw a few trailers. Let's see if I'm gonna like it. Let's see if this is gonna be a smash or it's gonna be a pass like so many other Marvel property films. So, without further ado, let's jump into Captain America Brave New World and find out exactly what this movie has got to give. Okay.
Congratulations again.
Heard anything from Betty, from my daughter?
No, sir.
Are you ready? President of the United States of America, Thaddeus Ross.
Disappearance of half of mankind. Threats we face show no signs of slowing down. And overcome them is together.
Comes to working with heroes like Captain America. If they can overcome their at times tumultuous history to face the challenges ahead.
Ross was criticized for what some called an unwarranted outburst. Blamed Ross for the collateral damage, believing it was his relentless pursuit of Banner's Hulk, estrangement from his daughter, Dr. Betty Ross, Bruce Banner's ex-girlfriend. Apprehending the man responsible for the abomination.
5 months later.
Serpent mercenaries entered with a package about an hour ago. They're handing it to the buyer any minute.
Where's Eagle One? We have strike authorization.
Eagle One is entering the target airspace.
Below the compound's covert entry points.
Covert? Really? You must be new.
I like this outfit.
Wait for it.
Cap's gear was a gift from the Wakandans for helping him out. I heard even the wrapping paper was made of vibranium.
Package is the priority.
Have the SEALs track down the package. I'm on the hostages.
Sidewinder, he's the head of Serpent. He's not supposed to be here.
Serpent is equivalent to, what's that other group that Captain America, the original one, was a Hydra, right? Isn't Serpent and Hydra almost like the same? All hail Hydra. Comment down below.
Hasta que reciba el dinero que me deben. Hasta aquí para escuchar Rosario's padre.
Silencio! Captain America's here. Do you cop? Move! Move! Get the package out of here.
He's a leader? What happened?
Shoot them!
No se preocupe.
Serpent's getting farther away with the canister, Sam, and Sidewinder's headed to the chapel.
All right, this time. But don't get yourself killed.
No dying, copy that.
Try because he's Falcon.
I'll find whoever wasted my time. You have bigger concerns.
You got a big concern.
I bet you break easy. Not that easy.
Oh, nice powerbomb.
Not that hard. You need a minute? Nope. Nope. Let's get this over with. I got shit to do today.
Nobody saw that. Sam, package is secured.
Need a minute?
Save some for us, Cap.
He has a fractured arm, so be gentle.
Real quick thoughts. New suit, Captain America. I actually like it. Fighting skill of Captain America. I liked it. I'm trying to remember Steve Rogers. I think he was very similar in the fighting thing. I think maybe Steve Rogers is a little bit better. And I am biased. So, but I do really like this new suit. I like everything about it. Now, Falcon suit, the actor is gorgeous. But that suit is not what I want at all. But listen, I'm able to work with it. Maybe there'll be upgrades in the rest of the movie, but regardless, still a very good duo, these two.
Keep your face always to the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you.
Still not speaking with you?
No. She doesn't believe I've changed. Coming up on the end of my first 100 days, Layla. This treaty's gotta work.
Mr. President, the mission was a success.
It's a weird place for a handoff, right? Wide open, soft perimeter.
Contract was anonymous. 50 mil to steal the canister en route to Japan.
I did not die. And people are saying I did not die in style. Tell me I don't make your old gear look brand new.
You got on the greaves upside down.
That means that you're finally gonna introduce me to Ant-Man?
Nope. Got a guy who'll teach you the fundamentals from the ground up.
Absolutely.
Now, he's not a people person.
He's gonna love me, bro. Are you kidding me?
That's not the right answer.
He's a pretty boy. Pretty boy? You can tell Grants about me? I'm the new Falcon. So what are we doing here? Orthopedics?
Was he the original Captain America?
You brought me to the Forgotten Cap. Why didn't you say something? It is a pleasure to meet you.
No shield. No super soldier serum.
That's one. That's two. Not a people person.
In a fight, the last hit
is the only hit that matters. I need to take this. I'm not taking 5. Yeah, I'll hold for the president.
Doesn't sit right with me. Captain America, answering to the president.
Remember, Ross threw me in the raft.
So why are you working for him?
Standing next to the president, even if it's Ross, it gives people hope. My eyes are wide open on this, okay? I know Ross will never change. He is the president. He invited Joaquin and I to the White House, and I said under one condition. No, you're gonna say no, but it would mean a lot to me if you were there.
I have a damn suit.
Now, if you didn't watch Captain America's like movie, TV show, whatever the holy hell that was called, I can't remember what it was. Wasn't it a TV show or was it the movie? No, it had to be a TV show because once again, I didn't see any movie that dealt with Marvel in a while. But the TV show, you wouldn't know who that guy was, and you actually probably wouldn't even have the sense for Sam becoming Captain America, I don't think. That's why I actually at first was super excited that Marvel did all these TV shows, and now I don't really want them to do really half of them, majority of them. Maybe one or two, but overall their TV shows weren't and aren't hitting. But, and also it's kind of hard that you have to watch the TV show to understand certain elements in this movie. I also don't really remember why Ross, the President Ross, and this guy, I can't remember his name, do not get along. Besides what he just said, where they held him captive for 30 years, they did experiments on him. But I don't think Ross was part of that. But regardless, let's keep on keeping on.
I told you I was gonna get you out of those sweats. Look at you now, man.
Faith and I got married in this.
Okay. Hey, I'm sure she would be proud.
We are guests of honor at the White House, man. When does that ever happen?
And they sent us a limo. Good. Yeah. What? Old school, you got your smell good on?
TV show, he wanted to be hidden.
We gon' get it. Tres amigos on three. Uno, dos, tres. You know what airdrop is, right?
Of course, I know what an airdrop is. What's airdrop?
Excuse me, gentlemen. The president needs Mr. Wilson.
See you guys inside.
This is not the picture you took.
Oh, I sent you the wrong picture.
Oh, my Lord.
Doctor's orders. Not quite a cigar, but better than that damn gum.
Thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
Lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed on how much latitude enhanced individuals deserve. Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
When you passed the Sokovia Accords, you tore the Avengers apart. Why the change of heart?
The country needs this.
And when we disagree on how to manage a situation,
figure it out together. Prime Minister Ozaki.
Great to see you, sir.
And you. Thank you for being here.
Shidesh.
No bad.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why is he with the Avengers brought back?
That was unexpected. He asked me to restart the Avengers. We'd have to work for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
When the celestial mass emerged in the Indian Ocean, countries rushed in to claim it as their own. What was found inside that island is nothing short of the discovery of the millennium. It's even more indestructible than vibranium. I present to you adamantium, stolen from a Japanese mining site, but happily it's been recovered. We have two incredibly brave men to thank for that. If we ratify this treaty, together we can produce enough adamantium, distribute it around the world. No nation will be left behind.
Isaiah, what are you doing?
Oh, sir, are you hit?
No.
Wait. Was he just triggered somehow by probably what are they called? Siphon? What were they called? So, cause he's kind of similar to like Bucky, that guy. So he must be, something must have been said and now he's triggered to the dark side of the moon. And now all these other people who were operatives inside are trying to kill him. And they also, what is this metal that they found inside that random thing, that celestial? I think we saw that in whatever that movie was. And I don't even know how that got there. I don't really remember that either. Okay, what? Let's keep going. Oh my God.
Can't go back inside, Sam.
Run, and it'll be worse than that.
What's my suit?
I can't let you win.
Sir,
Sorry, Mr.
Hey. He stays.
Meet Ruth Batsaroff, my security advisor.
You're defending a man who just tried to kill the president in front of 5 shooters. Isaiah was one of them, as was Secret Service and active military. The song that preceded the shooting, we think it was a cue for the attack.
Sir, Isaiah looked like he wasn't in control.
What exactly do you have to offer that our entire intelligence and defense apparatus can't?
Captain America conducts a personal investigation of a friend.
He had no reason to do this.
He had every reason.
To work together.
I'm afraid that offer expired when your friend tried to kill me. I wouldn't even be in these situations. You're not Steve Rogers. Full authority to put this thing to bed before this treaty gets compromised any further. You're done.
This is bullshit, and you know it.
This is politics.
I offer to help, and he sends me packing. Ross is on his own side. He always has been.
Don't be that guy.
What guy's that?
The one who has to do it the hard way.
He's that guy. Bye, girl.
Looks like I am that guy.
I could be court-martialed for this.
I appreciate it, Bill.
Yes, sir.
You didn't even want to go.
How you holding up?
Not so good, Brother Sam.
What in the world happened to make you shoot at the president?
I don't know.
You gotta give me more than I don't know.
My phone was on the fritz. Then one moment I'm sitting there, the next I'm standing in that park. Sam, the last thing I want is for this to touch you. There ain't no escaping for me this time.
I'm gonna get you out.
Don't come back.
Sergeant Payumo, get me a copy of the conversation. Work with Wilson. Let me know if he pays another visit.
Roger that.
Isaiah went off in the White House. Made me think of a friend of mine. He's being controlled by trigger word.
His phone is like flashing at him. Oh shit, I got the same thing happening to one of the other shooters.
What the hell?
Prisoner, he's secure.
I can confirm the prisoner is in his cell. Thank you, Mr. President.
What if the buyer wanted Captain America to come? And what if they wanted us at the White House? What's the security advisor? Find out what you can about her.
Copy that.
Target eliminated. Stand by for proof of death.
You better leave him alone!
No way you came all the way from Mexico just to blow up my car. Buyer told me everything. You try to talk me down.
You have to admit, this guy is always a villain, and this guy is perfect for the villain role. He just gives. I fell in love with this actor when he was in Breaking Bad, and he was the villain there. And everything that I've seen him in is always top one thing after another thing after another thing. I'm so happy he's in this movie. Keep going, Andres. Okay.
After he didn't show in Mexico, he agreed to pay me double to take you out. Desperate without you here. Hello.
Damn.
Well done, Captain. But you're not going to like what's coming next.
Asked you to lead when you can't even keep your own house in order.
You are still locked in your bunker. You're not in a position to be asking for anything.
This treaty is too important to let it fall apart now.
He'll need Japan to proceed.
He's running for re-election. He needs to assert leadership on this treaty. The longer I stay here, the weaker I look.
Sidewinder tracked me down.
Well, it looks like he did a lot more than that. Ross's advisor, Ruth Batsarev, she was born in Israel and trained in the Red Room.
Basically means stay the hell out of her way, trust me.
I don't get it. Why go through all that trouble just to not kill Ross?
I don't know.
Located Sidewinder's last caller. It's in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. Database only shows one name, Camp Echo 1. Do you think it's military?
Yep. It's a place they send you and you never leave. Ross told me stay out of this.
He's just the president of the United States.
You don't have to come with me.
He's coming.
Duh, I know. That's what makes it so noble.
I need some snacks. Why did I invite you?
Wait. Their shooters are in 15.
Okay.
You need an escort?
Black Widow.
Think I'll be just fine. I'd like to speak to them one at a time. Can you? Drop your weapon!
Who's this villain? I don't know.
Eccles asks. I did the whole 5 miles. This is a bad idea.
Sir, whoever orchestrated the attack on the White House is still in the wild.
We lose our international partners. This treaty's toast. Do we have eyes on Wilson?
He left the base a few hours ago with Joaquin Torres.
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control. Get a team, pick him up, bring him in.
We are about an hour away. Sam, shit. They just shot up Isaiah's prison. Isaiah's good, but the others, they're dead. Whoever is behind it, they do not want us getting closer.
No, they don't.
Mr. President, as a precautionary measure, I have moved the president.
Tell me something. Do you ever stop to ask yourself who's playing the music?
I helped you more than anyone else.
Only to get what you want.
You let me rot in this prison.
Making my own choices now.
So many surprises left. And Betty will despise you even more.
Nobody's gonna put me in solitary ever again.
It's for your protection.
You still think I had something to do with all this?
I don't know.
Need you to drop whatever you're doing. Camp Echo 1's been compromised.
I want to Google who this villain is. I forgot.
Telescopes must be a facade. We gotta see what's underneath. Cameras and guards. Red Wing, cut the fence and go loop the feed. Gotta do the door manually. 3.
There's no prisoners in here.
Kind of easy to be walking on through all these doors.
What the hell is this place?
Oh. Samuel Stearns.
What the hell?
Ozaki-san, I want to assure you, America remains committed to sharing our adamantium.
Man in a country so used to taking whatever he wants by force. Theft of our adamantium, only to return it to us in Washington. Information my intelligence team received and verified is incorrect.
Fool to negotiate with someone so naive they don't realize they're being played.
Why would I order Captain America to retrieve it?
Whatever game you're playing, Japan wants no part in it.
He's figured out a way to plant commands into people's subconscious using flashes of light.
Use those incredible brains of yours. Wasn't half bad looking, was I?
Samuel Stearns.
Samuel Stearns.
An 89% chance he'd turn around if I put Isaiah Bradley at risk. Hiring Serpent was a necessary step to create a chain of statistical certainty. My mind sees it all, every probable outcome.
Why do you want to kill Ross?
Why does everyone think that I want to kill Ross? Fusion of gamma warped the structure of my brain. Ross discovered how useful I could be. He kept me here for 16 years. If I wanted Ross dead, he'd be dead.
I looked up to see who Samuel Stearns was, like if he had like another name. But it just says Samuel Stearns. So he just is very, very intelligent. And he has like powers, well, in the comics, allegedly, it has powers of telekinesis and things like that. So let's see if they're gonna show this in this movie.
No, he'll never change. Let me finish my work.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Don't be boring! You're a fascinating problem, but soon you'll be off the board.
Stand down! Okay.
Freeze!
Oh, it's okay.
We have orders to take Captain America into custody.
I have the clearances. It's been a long day.
She's ex-widow. Just zap the guy.
Ruth, uncuff us now!
have to tell Ozaki's team something. We've got to stop the bleeding.
I need some time alone.
We need to regroup and we need to figure out a different solution. Do that. No, absolutely not. We need to ask.
Want Carrier Strike Group 5 is deployed immediately.
In control of Japan's adamantium.
I'm not going home empty-handed.
Make the call!
I was a wartime general. I'm a wartime president.
You say Ross's orders was to take us into custody, so I called in a favor.
Be able to run the program that blocks the light signals that Stearns has been sending out to control people.
Are you crazy?
Clear here, at least.
Do you have anybody that you trust that can take a look at these and tell me what's in them?
What made you still standing? Most men don't survive, but axe to the gut.
Samuel Stearns. Gruesome fella, don't you think? Here because you're all out of options.
You heard what he did to those shooters.
Reduced sentence. Allen Wood. My own cell. Infected with Bruce Banner's blood, but it didn't give him strength.
What did it give him?
A mind. It's Stearns, his own personal think tank. Creating technology.
Ross told Stearns he'd let him go once he became president. Stearns hired you to steal Japan's adamantium, knowing it would divide the two countries.
How do you think a man with Ross's temperament will deal with being caught in a trap? When I break out, Captain, you won't walk away alive.
President Ross is in NDC. They just moved into the Indian Ocean. Japan's warships are also in proximity.
Hello, Admiral. May I use your phone?
Hey, honey.
What?
Whatever Stearns is planning is happening soon.
What's he doing here? I told you not to get involved, Wilson.
I brought him, sir.
We've uncovered intel at Camp Echo 1 that could put millions of lives at risk. I'm happy to have this conversation in public, if you like. Stearns has been pulling the strings on everything. Sir, he's pitting you and Japan against each other to ensure that this moment happened. Created a technology that allowed him to control the minds of anyone he targeted. Have you been feeling like yourself lately?
Of course I have.
But he has your data, sir. Why?
I don't know.
Blood work was all taken there, sir.
This is ridiculous.
Mr. President, answer the question. Conduct these tests! Why?
Because I was dying, God damn it!
No one could figure it out until he did. And in return, I gave him hope that he might get his life back. Even tried to get him moved,
but you couldn't risk losing the pills.
You're from the Hulk and the abomination destroyed Harlem. Someone had to take this off. Dedicated my entire life to serving this country. The one person who matters.
His daughter.
Doesn't seem to understand. I had to survive so that my daughter knew that there was more to her father.
It's not about when times are easy. It's about moments like this.
2 of our F-18s just fired on the Japanese fleet.
Oh, gotta get our birds in the air.
You have 2 ready to fly now, sir.
Stearns got to our pilots before I shut down the system. Return to your fleet! Yamamoto,
Mr. President, do not send more fighters up. We need Japan to see we're trying to de-escalate.
Sir, we have 6 Japanese missiles inbound.
Damn! Red Wing, a little help! Need to convince Japan to ground their planes!
2 of our pilots have gone rogue. Call off your planes. We're being manipulated.
Pilots are not taking orders from you. Then, who gives them their commands?
The rage. Why don't you just let it out?
Whiskey's away. Send rescue.
All the ugliness. It's still there, Ross.
Joaquin, I'm going after Jackal!
Poison me! Stop taking the pills then. But we both know you won't.
Sam, Jackal just fired his last
have to stop Jackal.
Lord, he's starting to get Jackal.
Kill Captain America. Let the monster inside you out. Unleash your anger.
Captain America neutralized the rogue pilots. Japan's recalling their planes.
司令部、キャプテンアメリカに救われました。
West Air Force Captain Joaquin Torres was shot down during the skirmish.
It's a private room. Go away.
Hey, Bucky!
You look good out there on that 6 o'clock. But then I saw this. This isn't your fault.
That makes me think of Steve. What made me think I could follow that? Who took the serum? Like Steve, like you. Because this is all starting to seem much bigger than me. He asked me to restart the Avengers, Buck. I had him. I had Stearns. Right in my hands. He damn near pushed us to the brink of war. Because I wasn't. Steve made a mistake.
No, he didn't. You think if you had that serum, you'd be able to protect all the people you care about. Steve gave people something to believe in, but you give them something to aspire to.
Did your speechwriters help you with that?
They did, yeah, the ending a little bit. Listen, I gotta catch a plane. I have a campaign fundraiser. It's so stupid.
Everybody needs a serum at this point.
Future Congressman James Buchanan Barnes. He's taller in real life. Nice smile, too.
He's 110 years old.
I can work with that.
Held in solitary confinement and facing a possible death sentence.
Pills you gave me are loaded with gamma radiation, engineered to be absorbed into the blood.
This sound is currently affecting your equilibrium. Turn this dial. It will disrupt your heartbeat, and I can't have you calling the captain. I'm the hero.
Just wanted to let you know that every guest has been screened, and we also did 3 sweeps of the Rose Garden.
Sorry, I should have called after the attack at the White House.
Girl, that was like a month ago.
Betty, I know I've made a lot of mistakes. Maybe
The green
we could
guy
take
got to her. Great.
A walk sometime, the cherry blossoms. Like the old days.
That could be nice.
He's gonna kill her.
We would create a true, lasting peace.
Would you do me the kindness of counseling a bitter man at the end of his rope?
You ruined my grand finale on the Indian Ocean.
I'm waiting for you to realize that we both want the same thing.
Reports that relations with Japan broke down over your handling of the White House assassination attempt.
Our bonds have proved strong.
You kept Ross alive for years. You wanted to destroy his legacy.
Yes.
Pills. I got somebody on that too.
Not anymore, you don't. Just turn me into a monster. It's only right that I do the same thing to him.
You ever use that big brain of yours to consider that maybe you're wrong about Ross?
If I'm right about Ross,
You have the right to an attorney.
you're going to die.
He claims you promised him a pardon if he worked on secret government projects.
What do you want? I wanted my life back, but it's too late for that now.
Sir, let me go! Sir, I cannot let you.
You can't let me.
Since when were they red?
To clear Haynes Point. I'll lure Ross there.
Sam, are you crazy? He'll kill you.
You can still fight this, Ross. You see where you are? You used to come here with Betty. okay?
Oh man, look at the trees. Those are beautiful trees.
Shit. Should have taken that serum. Bucky is full of shit.
We both know you can take me out with one punch. But I don't think you want to do that. But I think you're trying to change. Time to prove it to the world. Prove it to Betty.
I think he just had that speech at the beginning.
I told you I'd get you out.
Took you so long.
I always
like broken
bones, so.
Got a little paperwork to fill out, and then you're free to go.
Restoration of the White House, marking a significant step towards normalcy.
Who's the vice president?
Mr. President, how are your digs?
Intentionally uncomfortable.
Seems Stearns raised the level of gamma in those pills over time to your...
Led to my little tantrum, which is why I have to be in here.
It wasn't nothing to see you take full responsibility for your actions. Japan decided to uphold the treaty, by the way. Us too. Look, if we can't see the good in each other, we've already lost the fight. Like you have another visitor.
His daughter.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, that's just how she talks. I thought she was gonna die.
How's the kid doing today?
Yeah, still a little out of it, but doing better. I got Ruth and me tickets for tonight's game, courtside.
I'm happy you found a friend as grumpy as you are to go to games with.
Say it again. I'm playing.
If I'm not on point, I feel like I let down everyone else who's fighting for a seat at that table. You wonder if you'll ever just be enough.
Only ever got to see heroes online or on TV. Maybe one day I could be.
Don't say Ant-Man.
I want to be you. Wow. That pressure, that responsibility you talk about, I want that too, man.
Control your spin. Then hit your thruster before you kick.
A shot out of the sky more often.
Yeah, you will. Ross was right about one thing. The world needs the Avengers.
Since the wings are damaged, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, what could make this? Just saying, maybe you have like the Wakandans on speed dial.
But you were gonna lose that bet.
You want to know what's funny?
We don't share the same sense of humor.
We share the same world, don't we? It's coming. I've seen it in the probability. Think you're the only ones? Do you think this is the only world? It happens when you have to protect this place and the others.
Well. Okay. So this was a pretty good movie. I have to say, I think I would give it an 8. I was really into it, but I also was super, I don't know how to explain it. I really liked the movie, and then there was elements of the movie that I didn't really care for, but it wasn't like anything super drastic. I think that what I was trying to get over throughout this whole movie was really me adjusting to Sam as Captain America. I do enjoy him. I do like the rendition of this particular Captain America, but for some reason, sometimes I got thrown out of the element. Like, he's always like, I'm gonna end this, and then like he doesn't end it. Like, I'm like, yeah, you said that 15 minutes ago. You were gonna end it, but you didn't end it. Things are getting worse. So I like take out I'm gonna end it and replace we'll finish this soon. You know what I mean? Like, so the Falcon though, let me talk about all the things I didn't really care for, and then I'll get into other things. So, what was this man's name? Let me get into this. So, I forgot his name, Sterling, the villain of Captain America. Sterling, right? Sterling, that was his name. So what I was reading about Sterling was that, Samuel Stearns, also known as the Leader. The film suggests a conspiracy to sabotage the U.S. government. The Leader seems to be the main master behind it, while the antagonists, Red Hulk, Ruth, and blah, 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 blah. The latest advanced quantum abilities make him a perfect fit for the multiverse saga. I don't really care about what this is saying. So the guy's name is Samuel Stearns, who's considered the leader. So in the comics, he looks much better in the comics. But here, it was kind of gruesome to stare at. I think, so I'm talking about what I didn't really care for, right? So him as a villain, I think that they needed more. I think that he kind of reminded me of the other guy from one of the other was he with the other Captain America? The other guy who was like a mastermind too, but I found him much more enjoyable. I forgot what his name was. If you guys know what the villain I'm talking about in like the previous saga, who was like, I think he was more like when it was Captain America and Bucky. I think he was the one who got Captain America to verse Iron Man, I believe. I think he was like one of the main villains, that guy. He reminds me of the leader. Him and the leader are like very similar, but the other guy was more interesting. So I feel like this person had a lot of potential if they kind of kept him as what I'm reading in the comics he was. The leader had a vast majority of power. It says he's very smart, as we know. He also he mind control devices. Okay, he had that. Mutation, okay, he had that. But somewhere he had that. But somewhere I read that he also was like he had telekinesis and all this other stuff, which would have been pretty cool too. The leader reminds me also of like Brainiac, like there's and MODOK, right? There's so much similarities between him, but because he was sharing this movie with one of my favorite villains, who was Sidewinder. Sidewinder was everything. He was sharing it with Sidewinder and then Red Hulk, who also was amazing. He kind of got lost in the sauce. He got lost in the flavor. He was like bland chicken, and we wanted some Goya and some Sazon. We wanted a little bit of that. We wanted a little bit of kick, but he wasn't giving it to us. We were kind of like, oh, okay. He kind of just pushed the story around, but I wasn't feeling him. I wasn't getting what I wanted out of that character. So we never see him again, that's fine. What else and then, like I said, the other thing that I wasn't really enjoying was Captain America, on and off. Because Sam is actually quite hysterical, and he does give you that action, but sometimes the action for me kind of felt like, with him, felt kind of floppy. Just sometimes, not all the time. Just on and off, like I said. I'm being nitpicky, maybe because I'm just like, want to bother Marvel, because I just want them to do better. But this was a decent movie. So Sam, like I said, Sam had even a few lines that kind of took me out the element. I had to get right back into it, so I got quiet. I didn't want to bash. I didn't want to go ham. There wasn't that much he did that was bad. It just, once again, certain elements. The people that I really loved was Sidewinder. He was a fabulous character. I don't know if he's in the comics. No, I don't think he was. I think he's the leader of Serpent by the time Thunderbolt Ross is elected president of the United States in the 10th. Okay, so I really like him. I don't know if he's in the comics. I feel like they made him for this particular role. But Serpent also was a pretty good villain team. Really? Actually, take that out. I don't even know who was really in Serpent, because we kind of were mixing them with the leader. He was brainwashing those other people, so it was like the good people were turning bad, and like we didn't really have Serpent really in this. So Serpent came, Serpent left. Red Hulk was another one of my favorite, although Red Hulk had as much airtime as the Sidewinder did. Both of those two characters really just grabbed hold of this movie and made us want to stay with them. When we were with those action scenes or getting those dialogues, well, Red Hulk wasn't talking, he was screaming. But when we were having that, I was like, oh yeah, this is everything. And I wish there was more of those two and less of maybe the leader, or more the leader doing a lot more things other than like dipping and diving. But I guess that's what a mastermind does, right? Mastermind isn't like up front in your face, he's behind the scenes. But we need to do a little bit more. But then if you think about it, the Riddler is very similar to being like a genius and doing mastermind things, but he's up front in your face at all times and giving you that like, oh my God, what is he gonna do next? The leader here wasn't giving me that. Is that weird? Am I making any sense? I also really did like Falcon. I think the man's gorgeous. What is this man's name? He's a very attractive man. That's the only really thing I was looking at in Captain America. He was a good addition, and I found him to be very humorous. Yeah, it doesn't tell me who that actor is. Like, it's not giving me what I need. So, I enjoyed that. I'm trying to think what else I want to tell y'all about this movie. Like I said, it was a decent movie. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot more being in the comfort of my home, watching with you guys, than if I was going to spend $38 to go to the movie theaters and watch it there. If I was in the theaters watching this, I will tell you right now, I would have fell asleep. And not that the movie was like super boring. It wasn't boring. It was boring in certain parts, but not often. But because you ever been into the theaters and it's super dark, then it's super cold, then the seats are so comfortable. So I would have clocked out. And it wasn't giving me everything that I want that could keep me awake in the theaters. But it was a good movie. That's all I have to say. It was a decent movie. So if I was gonna say smash or pass, oof, this is hard. Because I wanna say smash because I enjoyed it. But I wanna say pass because I'm not gonna enjoy it again. I would be like, I don't wanna watch it again. And I already have to watch it again because I have to edit it down. But so I'll say smash pass, where I will never look for this movie again. No shade. I wouldn't be like, oh, let me turn this movie on years from now. But I wouldn't say that it was a bad movie. So it being an 8, I'll say smash pass. Very fast. Smash pass! So it's a little bit of both. So please comment down below what you thought about this movie. And until next time, I'm off this.